Hey craft fans, Joey Harkless here with 3Cast12 Crafting. Ask and I shall record. Today I'm going to show you how to turn the Dollar Tree plastic skull into a concrete casting using some supplies you might already have at home. I'm going to give two quick safety things here at the front of it. Number one, we are going to be using Quikrete, and if that's a product you haven't used before, please take some time to read that back panel. It's got like the most poetic safety warning I've ever read when it says you can't rely on your feelings to detect a concrete burn. Number two, if you're looking to put these in a fire for like a flame effect, you need to use concrete that's rated for fire, which the Quikrete I'm using today is not. I'm just using these in planters. So some supplies you're going to need. My quick release agent for my concrete is some cooking spray. You're going to need a sharp razor knife for cutting that piece in half. And you're going to need concrete mixing supplies, a bucket that you're going to mix the concrete in. And then I use a small one like this to pre-measure my water. And then something that you can kind of scoop the concrete into the mold with. I'm just using like a dollar store utensil I don't really care about. First things first, I'm going to cut this in half along the seam. You can also cast the back half of it. I wasn't thrilled with how that piece came out. I am going to show it later. So for my purposes, I'm probably just going to be casting the front this season. So in the interest of time, I have a pre-cut one to the side here. I'll show you. I just kind of went along that front seam. After you cut it in half, you're going to have a hollow shell piece. That's what you're going to spray down with your release agent. And just FYI, I have found ants kind of are interested in the pieces after I take them out, probably because of that cooking spray. Okay, I pre-mixed my concrete ahead of time so that this would move a little bit faster. I've got a decent consistency for what I'm going for here. I'll hold that up for the camera a little bit. Okay, I kind of like working with it at about this consistency. So now that I've got the quick release in there, I'm just going to pat it down a little bit. Normally I'd be wearing nitro gloves for this process, but in the interest of kind of working with that tool in the previous shot, I'm just wearing some latex gloves. And also when I'm working with concrete, you can't see it in the video right now, but I do have safety glasses on. Especially if you're working indoors, you're going to want like a mask or a respirator. I'm just going to coat that in. And whenever I'm doing a project like this, I try to have some extra pieces or like a plan for that extra concrete. So a 10-pound bag of Quikrete, like the one I showed, you're going to get 4 to 5 pieces, depending on how thick you put them in that bed. So this is going to sit for about 6 hours. I'm recording here in Florida. So nice and humid, give it plenty of time to cure. These are examples of what I did last night. Nice and firm. Gonna work it out a little slowly, make sure it doesn't crack. So that's the front piece. If you want kind of a more realistic skull, you can pack that lower part so that you don't cast it. And then just for reference, that back piece comes out a little bit like that. Some nice details. Overall, not quite the shape I'm going for, but it was nice to see what it looked like. So there you have it, Dollar Tree cement castings. Would love to see the pictures after you're done with your pieces.